Princess Diana's wedding dress is truly the definition of a bridal gown for the era. My name is Nayri, also known as wedding fashion expert.
My name is Crystal. I am the creative director for Casablanca Bridal.
I'm fashion historian Kimberly Chrisman-Campbell.
This is Designer Dresses Deconstructed. Today, we are deconstructing Princess Diana's wedding dress.
Honestly, if you had asked for my opinion on Princess Diana's dress like 4 or 5 years ago, it'd probably be a no for me.
This gown looks very old-fashioned perhaps today, yet at the time this was cutting-edge style.
Before y'all cancel me, let me just defend myself by emphasizing again that that's what I would have thought 4 or 5 years ago. Sometimes more is more and you gotta go big or go home.
When you think a bride getting married, your natural instinct is to think a ball gown, especially a royal getting married. And that's exactly what you see here.
At that time when she did get married, she was just so young. She was 20 years old. And it's like she's wearing a christening dress as opposed to a wedding dress.
Historical details also date very well in wedding pictures because they aren't linked to one specific year or one specific era. This was the era of Laura Ashley and Gunny Sachs and the New Romantics, and historical influences in fashion were both cutting edge and a throwback.
The first thing when it comes to Princess Diana that catches my eye is the 25-foot length train. Not to mention that her veil was 153 yards long. Insanity.
Princess Diana's dress was embroidered with sequins, frilled lace, and 10,000 pearls, valuing the dress at an estimated $115,000.
Princess Diana's dress was so huge that you never even saw her wedding shoes, but they were just as elaborate as her dress. Shoemaker Clive Shilton took 6 months to create them using hundreds of pearls and sequins. They had a heart made of lace on the toe, and the shank was hand-painted with flowers. The heels are very low because Diana was 5'10" and didn't want to tower over her new husband.
It's safe to say that we can say no to her big sleeves these days, but we're gonna appreciate it because it's Princess Diana and it's an iconic moment.
The puff sleeves and the lace undersleeves on Diana's dress are a throwback to the 19th century. The lace on the bodice as well echoes the 18th century stomachers worn by Marie Antoinette and other ladies of the French court.
Her extravagant ball gown also featured ivory silk taffeta. In the 1980s, taffeta wedding dresses kind of were giving us major volume and major poof. And then by the early mid-2000s, it was basically synonymous with the word traditional.
Another thing that I found really interesting and something I want to highlight is that she spilled perfume on her skirt on wedding day. So she obviously had a very clean bottom of the dress and it stained the fabric and she kind of tucked it in and hid it. And that's something so real and relatable because malfunctions are going to happen on wedding day and Princess Diana was no exception to that happening on hers.
I think right now we hear so much talk in the industry about how minimalism is so prevalent, but at the same time, I think that there's this really huge movement going on of a post-pandemic shift and return to maximalist trends.
Historical revivalism is something that we see a lot in wedding gowns, and it ties the couple and the day into a much longer and larger tradition and suggests that this wedding is happening somewhat out of time.
In terms of Princess Diana's dress trending for brides coming in asking for her specific style dress, doesn't really happen. However, what still has stayed in fashion is the shape of the dress, right? A ball gown is a traditional, iconic wedding look.
People are just itching to get back out there and just celebrate living life. And that same bigger than life attitude, I think, really resonates with brides who are embracing the big puffy sleeves, romantic ruffles, and all the big frills, but in a modern approach.
It has become a trending thing over the past few years to have a huge dramatic long train to the point where you wouldn't even be able to bustle it and you really do need a second dress to maneuver around in for wedding day. And the dramatic veil that she had, definitely, those are things that will never leave bridal.
Many people have tried to copy this dress, but I think the original still holds up so well and is so iconic.
I think it's just almost sad that she didn't really get the opportunity to put her own personality into it, and it could be because she didn't really develop her voice or her style till later in her life. But for us as a brand, we really want to be able to bring out the personalities and help showcase the characteristics of the bride who's wearing the wedding dresses.
Thanks for tuning in to Designer Dresses Deconstructed. We will see you next time.